It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And this one features the Ravens' superstar wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Ravens and the Niners, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance to tune-up before they play on in the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time they ever put the pads on. So leave everything you got out there and do everything in your power to go get that win in this final week.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting him to the end zone. 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception. If he does that again here, they should be winners.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throw left side, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Looking for the back that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Again, Daniels to the air. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets it headed right. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They soften that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reach the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ready to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Motioning him from the slot right. Trying again, following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. It's taken in by Lamb. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do it in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
He's got to go back for this one. Great punt. Fair caught at the 6. The Ravens and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 14. Into traffic, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. On the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season.
Hawk 70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Comes 19, comes Buffalo 18. Check go.
Play fake here. Daniels finds his fullback. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Trying to work quickly now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, check that. Ready?
Handoff on 2nd and short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the 1st. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Connects on the crosser. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now lead by 10. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. Ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Get some space around midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. No motion Lamb right. From the 43. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They send a receiver in motion right. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw now. Complete out to the right. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. We'll take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Alert! Alert! Ready, ready!
Trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Come on, set! Panther 11, Ready?
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Cut out left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
19 tight, ready?
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Forced out to his right. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Justin Fields, over 300 yards passing in the victory, with a couple of touchdown passes as well. From there, we head east to check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Malik Neighbors, a career afternoon, 4 touchdown catches. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Huard. These two teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
They've got first down from the 31.
Set up. Check. Ready.
Here's the handoff. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious.
And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick six, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline to get out there to defend the 2-point play. But they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Running this one left. And he reaches the 35 before going out. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. Smash.
They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down.
Ready.
Another carry for him. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Offense in the hurry up now. Looking to throw. He connects downfield on 4. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ready up.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Tight. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. The throw is caught. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looking to throw. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens hold an 11-point advantage. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12. Right, ready to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Looking to the air here. Jump off caught by his back. And what a play. He gets there to lay a massive hit and stop him after that catch. It's going to be 4th down. On now comes their punter. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason.
19 tight. 19 lion. 18 rapper. 18 rapper. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That one's complete, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Get up.
They just get the play on. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter.
On the set.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Top low. 18. 18. Pioneer. Hut, hut.
Again, Daniels to the air. Escapes the pocket. That throw behind his intended target. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
29 Broncos. Hut.
Now Daniels to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Complete beyond the marker. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 3-score game in the 4th. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens go up by 19. Right, ready to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Throwing now on 1st down. Cut by the open man. At the 20. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. One after try good by Reichert. And the 49ers shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll. Shot alert, set go.
Now a give left side. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, here's Daniels. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down and 10. Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing third and long. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. The drive picks up here, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw, here's Daniels. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. All right, set now, first and 10.
Let's go now.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens go up by 19. Get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Right, ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the 49ers on offense. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Let's go.
Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7.
Here we go, set, go.
Throwing now from the gun. He connects downfield on 4th. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Throwing it again here. Has it downfield working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. It was a touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back. Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this is a huge loss on the play. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
From his own end zone on 3rd, and he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here, and this time cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right, and I think were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go.
Automatic first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. 49ers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Cut out left. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside, defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. To throw it on 1st down. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll throw it yet again. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10.
49ers 32.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. San Francisco calls it second timeout. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Right, ready to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score.
Here we go, sack.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Turn up.
Pass play coming here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. Reichert on for the point after.
Hey, reload.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10.
49ers 39.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens. And they're moments away now from celebrating a win. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the 1st quarter, the 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home.